What a great front court matchup we have tonight, Legs. Do those battles look a little different from when you played?
Well, certainly there's less wrestling going on down on the block. More of these post players now want to step out and face up. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm a fan of either style.
A lot of space on the floor, that's for sure.
There's no doubt, much more difficult to defend.
Oh, big time!
And how about the hops Bridges has? He's showing off some there with the slam.
Outside Dick. Back to Barrett. Takes the three. They get the rebound. Hurdle lays it up and banks it in.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
Nothing will drive your coach crazier than what you just saw. Lack of focus, lack of effort.
And a big finish by Robinson.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Pass to Shed. Toronto passing it around. It's Barrett on the wing. Anunoby covering. And that one's on target from the wing.
Yeah, this is what Barrett does best. A talented scorer who keeps things simple on the offensive end.
And since arriving in Toronto, his hometown, R.J. Barrett has seen his game take a step forward, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And in particular, his playmaking has gone to another level. If he could ever get his shot right, then he really will be off and running.
Brunson against Pirtle. 5 to shoot. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. The layup off target.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focus all the way through the play.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And Bridges, here we go. Anunoby for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
Yeah, Anunoby likes that corner angle. He's very comfortable from there.
Outside Dick. Pass to Barrett. Outside Barnes. Lets the 3 fly. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. The Knicks have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Brunson against Barrett. Now here's Brunson. He's closely guarded. It's rebounded by Barrett. Raptors trail by 3. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Earlier I spoke with Mike Brown. We chatted about Scotty Barnes. In terms of the game plan, Coach told me they plan to give Scotty extra attention, saying, quote, we'll try to make things hard on him. It's key we don't allow him to get into an early groove. We'll see if they can execute. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
Yeah, good to see Towns being engaged on defense. Just great timing to come up with the rejection.
Pure from three-point range.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Shed. Anunoby covering. Barrett against Brunson. Down low. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
And Barnes got off the floor quickly, no doubt about that one.
Pass to Towns. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Timeout.
New York shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Hart's checked in for New York. McBride comes in for Bridges. And he knocks down the first one.
And no matter what the chatter is out there, all Big Cat does is produce on a nightly basis.
And so Towns nails them both. Well, Tim, you hear about the move to positionless basketball. The Raptors are well equipped.
Yeah, they are loaded with athletic wings and interchangeable pieces, which gives them a high level of versatility.
Oh, Robinson with a block. Here's McBride. Soft touch off the glass. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
Well, so far they've been immensely aggressive on the defensive side, denying easy shots, and it's made a difference in the game.
Well, don't forget about their scoring in the open floor. They've been getting a lot of production on their break.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Brunson passes to McBride. from outside the arc.
A clean look.
And it's Dick, that time on the assist by Barnes.
Well, if he's going to be covered like that, he has to continue to take that shot.
1:09 left to play in the first. On the break. Here's Shed. That one's good. This game is all even.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Here's Brunson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. All right, Greg, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
So Toronto ends up going with a new group. Here's Ingram. Good work defensively by Robinson. For New York, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Brunson with the bucket.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
27 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Walter. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the tray.
They keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, you came to the right place.
Brunson finds Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates. Using all of that size to create leverage and rip down that board.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Everybody in this league wants to run, but not everybody has the personnel to do it. This is a great start.
So for Toronto right now, they've got Walter, also Brandon Ingram out there, and it's Mobo in at the 4. Ingram, and it's New York with a rebound. Coming into this, having knots to win against Boston in their last game.
And you know they had a great plan going into that one. And then made the right adjustments along the way.
Yeah, that's the kind of performance they're going to try to build on. Now they have to find a way to replicate that success.
Ingram, the pass to Harris. There's the triple. Porty grabs the board. New York leading by 7. There's a screen. Pass to Hart. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Ingram. The Raptors shooting about 47%. A nice number. And the Raptors miss again.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Here's Porty. Clarkson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Picked it. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
And then the thunderous dunk, adding insult to injury.
Towns, he's checked in for New York. Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. Toronto also changing it up. R.J. Barrett, he's checked in for Harris. Dick comes in for Walter. Shed comes in for Mobo.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. 7-point differential. They're coming off a loss against Miami.
And their body language was unimpressive. They looked defeated much of the night, and because of it, they took the L.
Well, there's no hiding the fact they didn't play their best. They had a couple of runs, but they just couldn't really string anything together consistently.
Here's Ingram. From down in the low post, it goes.
And there you're looking at a big forward with an elite handle, and that time Ingram created enough space off the dribble.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. R.J. Barrett, the son of a pro hoops player. He said, quote, as a youngster, my dad programmed me to be aggressive. He always told me, go to the rim, live in the paint. When you do that, you not only score, but you force easy plays to hit shooters. Back over to you.
Playing with purpose. Allie, appreciate the report. To the paint. Here's Hart. And Hart throws it down.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
Some changes for Toronto. Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Mamukelashvili. And Scotty Barnes is subbed in for Ingram. Pass to Barrett. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
Towns outside. Barrett against Bridges. Towns down low. 4 on the clock. The leaner, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. And the Knicks making a change here. Raptors trail by 3. Outside Barrett. And they call an illegal screen here. Here's a look at some stats for Grady Dick.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
New York leading by 3. Brunson. Pass to Diawara. From deep. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Diawara's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Toronto passing it around. Here's Shed. Here's Dick. And again, Toronto, no good. Brunson on the drive. Oh, Brunson cutting through the lane.
Now you see Brunson with that quick dribble. I mean, that is a nice play.
Barnes passes to Dick. Now Barrett. Anunoby covering. Barrett against Anunoby. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Fast break. Here comes New York. Anunoby on the wing. Left side Brunson. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Dick. Raptors trail by 8. Kicks it out to Barrett. Fires the 3. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. Brunson passes to Anunoby. Here's the 3. Brunson missing again.
Well, he's not having as much success shooting the ball early as he wanted, but so far, it's not hurting their team performance.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Back to Dick. Fires the 3. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. Inside. 4 seconds left. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Drops in the 3. Clarkson's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's the New York Knicks closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped him build an advantage. More 2K action in just a moment.
Guys, they're laying bricks out there. Shaq, I could read your mind as you were watching that.
I can't say that.
All right, and now that we are in, and that's a wrap on.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he's played with great energy in the first half. Very disruptive at the defensive end.
Well, the energy really affects your teammates. It can be infectious, and now everybody has to match that energy level.
Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the power forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Mike Brown. New York leading by 11. You know, Tim, both of Jakob Poeltl's parents played volleyball for the Austrian national team.
Yeah, he comes from an athletic family, and he certainly has a lot of agility for his size. And I think, B.A., in today's game, you need your big men to be able to move their feet.
Here's Shed. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Shed's got 5 now.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth, it is really competitive out there.
And it's always great to see Towns in the zone, bringing a ton of energy to his offensive game.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Outside Dick. To the middle.
Come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team. This is the second half start they were hoping for. 4 straight field goals out of the gate.
And here we have the leading defensive teams in the league after the All-Star break. Number 1, the Knicks. 4th, the Raptors.
These are 2 teams playing fantastic defense since the All-Star break. Just playing with great effort.
The 3, Barrett. And it's New York with a rebound.
Well, after nailing the first 3 out of the break, you can give them a pass for not making that one as well.
And Brunson gets it to go.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Pass to Poeltl. Now here's Dick. Poeltl with a screen on Bridges. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Dick. His nightly numbers respectable, putting up 10 points a game. Here's Barrett. Anunoby covering. Just 5 on the clock. Shot is good by Barrett. Barrett's got 6 points.
They're on fire to start this quarter, and with each basket, their confidence grows.
To the inside, here's Robinson, and a big finish by Robinson.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
That is just beautiful ball movement, unselfish basketball.
To the middle, right side Barnes. Anunoby against Barrett. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on OG Anunoby.
This is an element that R.J. Barrett brings to this offense. He loves to put pressure on the defense by getting to the foul line.
Josh Hart's checked in for New York. Well, Legs, when we talk about current players, who are the guys you want taking the shot with the game on the line right now?
Well, certainly the tried and true like Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant. You can't go wrong there. Or a multi-time MVP in Nikola Jokic.
Brandon Ingram is checked in for Toronto.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Pass to Shed. Toronto passing it around. Ingram, the pass to Poeltl, and the dunk by Poeltl.
Yeah, no hesitation that time by Poeltl. Never shy about scoring.
It's stolen away. Now Grady Dick, and the dunk by Poeltl.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You've got to love the effort. That's big time.
Double team on Towns. Hart passes to Bridges. Hits the trifecta. Bridges has got 5 points.
Yeah, canning it from the corner isn't as easy as Bridges made it look that time.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And the Raptors making a change here. Mamukelashvili's checked in. 1:53 left in the third. Outside Dick. Down low. Shot is good by Mamukelashvili.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Towns outside. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
McBride, he's checked in for Robinson. Toronto also changing it up. Tobias Harris comes in for Shed, and it's Walter in for Dick. Ingram against Brunson. Elbow shot. The shot by Ingram, no good.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Count that one. Brunson's got 8 here in this quarter.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
So both teams changing it up here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Walter. And the layup is good off the glass. 5 points in the game.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Pass to Hart. This one for 3. Rebounded by Ingram. Raptors trail by 15. Walter from outside. Hart pulls it in. There's 31 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Brunson misses. The Raptors have gotten 8 of 11 shots to go in. Efficient so far in the third. Inside, Diawara. No good with a layup. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Knicks out in front, up by 15. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. So for the Raptors right now, the perimeter filled up by Barrett and Ingram. Then there's Tobias Harris. Then it's Walter. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the 5.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. New York leading by 14. Outside McBride. Towns for 3. No good on that one. He's 5 for 8. And Barrett has got the ball here for Toronto. Launches it. Drains the triple.
And there's R.J. Barrett helping to space the floor for this offense.
Towns outside. Towns owning it inside.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And defensively, that's what you want to avoid. You don't want to foul Harris because he's a great free throw shooter.
Pirtle's checked in for Mamukelashvili. For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Towns with the ball. Now guarded by Harris. Towns passes to Hart. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Now, this is a guy the coaches trust. He's so deliberate with the ball in his hands.
The Knicks making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Outside Ingram. Here's Barrett. And count that. 2
has been all about looking to score in the paint. They've done a good job with that.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Toronto.
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
Yeah, they have been dialed in from deep. The three-pointer has been there all night for them.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Knicks leading by 8. Outside McBride. Here's Robinson. And it's Harris with the rebound.
Well, the defense challenged him just enough to force that miss. They really collapsed when he got close to the rim.
Got it. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
They're really working the paint now.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Clarkson passes to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
An efficient facilitator, Clarkson gets the ball to the right guy.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. For the Knicks, Bridges comes in for Clarkson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for McBride. Toronto also changing it up. Scotty Barnes checked in for Harris. Dick comes in for Ingram. Shed comes in for Walter. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Darko Rajakovic said to the team. He lit into them over their transition defense. He said, quote, enough is enough. Get back on D. We have to slow them down. The discrepancy in fast break points is eating at him. We'll see how they respond.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
And each year, Brunson seems to get better. And that's a testament to his impressive work ethic and drive.
Bridges against Dick. From deep. Oh, it misses. Knicks leading by 10. Brunson. Brunson gets it done.
And you can see where he's made the adjustments. This half has been much better.
Toronto's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Dick against Bridges. Here's Shed. Just 4 to shoot. Here's the teardrop. Robinson rips down the board. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks. 17 points was their biggest margin. The putback. Oh, it's off. Raptors trail by 12. Now Pirtle. Oh, the lead pass. Great dish.
Yeah, Pirtle has a beautiful touch around that rim.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Brunson taking his time here. Towns on a screen. Fires the three. It's off. The Raptors shooting about 56% in this one. Barrett. Oh, off target from downtown. Brunson brushes off the D.
Now, he may only be 6'1", but Brunson plays much bigger than that. I mean, he plays with a physicality.
Barnes with a screen on Anunoby. Here's Shed. Brunson defending. Now Pirtle. Ooh, he leaves no question.
And the coaching staff has been asking him, use your length.
Yep, not taking any chances.
His team wants to see more of that from him. Certainly has the physical tools to do it.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
The coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
The triple drops.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Knicks.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from three. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And with
having won 3 out of 4 games these two teams played.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games for Karl Anthony Towns.
If this were a crime scene, he would be questioned because his...
Into the lane. And stolen by Dick. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd.